So if this was going to be the worst Ignite talk ever, that would be my leading slide, but it's not. Okay. So every once in a while, you find yourself in a funny position, and you kind of realize that you don't quite belong there. But it might not be obvious to other people, so you're wondering, what does this look like to people around me? And so then sometimes, when you're thinking about that, you decide that you should really reach out and get close to the people around you and maybe exchange fluids with them. But then you end up and you realize that was not a good move. And, very awk, as my daughter would say. And so, you're standing out there and you feel like you're, unbalanced. And then you realize that this is nothing that other people haven't done for centuries. And you realize that you can do this. You can go out there and you can be the best awkward, fluid-exchanging goofball that you can be. Thank you.
Steve Saunders, everybody. So, people, as I understand, are still an unsolved problem. I think we all come together here in Santa Clara to Velocity to share in our mutual dislike of people. I'm going to take the same cheap shot I did last year. Ladies and gentlemen, Etsy. I'm sorry, that was bad. And I'm a horrible person, but I think we can all embrace our mutual dysfunction. I don't even know what to do with that. That's beautiful, man. Sometimes you will grow to greatness, but it's going to take a while. So everybody, as you can see, is a work in progress. Things happen and you have no visibility to it. So, monitoring and metrics. Can somebody get a pager duty on that guy's jacket? Because rub some metrics on it. As anybody who's met me for more than a few minutes, that's not true. Totally not true.
This is my dog. Yo, dog. I took him to the beach the other day. First time he'd seen the ocean. He liked it. Really liked it. Got all wet. This is my camel. I keep him in Saudi Arabia, and he is fast. Camel racing is a great sport. You should try it sometime. This is my pig. Now, you don't know that there are pigs in Hungary that have hair. They're like sheep. They shear them and everything like sheep. This is my wife's dog. I don't know where she got it from. It scares me a little bit, I have to admit. But it's my world. This was me last week. I celebrate Easter late, so I was out hopping around looking for the eggs, and I had a gas. I hope you're having fun at Velocity.
So today I want to talk to you about myths. Myths of men and myths of beasts and children and dirt and all of those things all put together in a beautiful arrangement. One that looks like a cat. We're all unicorns. We're all cats with guns. We're all parts of a pixelated rainbow, a beautiful pixelated underwater. Embrace your underwater horse head. We're searching, we're searching, we're searching at the bottom. We're searching at the bottom, and when we find what we want, we celebrate. We need to let our emotions fly as far as we can. Because when we don't, things get real sad very quickly. Very quickly, and there's nothing worse than getting your face into a tree and with no one to help you.
The 5 myths of cloud computing. This one's pretty easy for me because I'm not a big cloud computing person. So it's kind of all a myth to me. Like, I like having my own servers. So it's all a myth. All your stuff is like that thing, which is, yeah, it's better than Hadoop. I'll take that over Hadoop. I can probably handle that better than I can handle a Hadoop cluster any day. Like that, I can wrangle that thing. Hadoop, I don't know. I never have figured out what to do with it or how it works. This is what I imagine the techs that run AWS look like, because I don't know how else, this stuff's just magical, right? There's just servers and somewhere in Virginia and they just work and yes, what? How does that work? How is all the internet in Virginia? The whole internet's in Virginia. If Virginia goes away, we can't have pictures of cats, and my daughter can't take pictures of her dinner or that thing she saw while she was overseas. We don't get to see any of that if Virginia falls off the map, because it's all the cloud. All the clouds in Virginia. Dang.
Greetings, everybody. An Australian man says police confiscated for... How did you know? No, I want to get this back to web performance and operations here. That guy there has a colander on his head. No, he's gone. Did you all get that? But there's, sometimes we have translation issues. We have plugs on either end that are not the same. These ones are the same, but my point is that sometimes they're not. And in those situations, we need to... Are you feeling me on that one? No, we need to just light up and relax and avoid dramatic scenes if possible. Because, we all have enough drama in our life, and I guess us all coming here together this week is about trying to reduce the amount of drama in our life through application of, like a little bit of science to the law of the jungle. Which brings me to the next slide. I don't even know what this guy's doing. But that's the sort of thing that happens on our worst days, and we've got to try and just reduce the number of worst days that we have. Thank you.
Hi guys, this is Mihai from Amazon. You find yourself at Velocity and you think everything's going to be peachy. You feel like you're going to go there and everything's going to be... you're going to understand everybody because everybody's having flowers and butterflies on their head. But it turns out that behind those butterflies are really people, and they're really weird. Like this woman here, she thinks she knows DevOps, but actually, she's been a web developer all her life, and now she just surrounds herself with people who know DevOps, and that's why she actually used to be this white. With those are probably dollar bills, but they're from Australia, so different kind of dollar. And then she tries to affirm herself by coming here to Velocity. She didn't know what she was getting herself into. And this is what happens when you go to other Velocity conferences. It's just the same thing, but with flowers and other backgrounds. In the end, what we're trying to achieve here is none of these things. It's what this next guy's going to tell you.
So, we all come here to learn to perform better. There's a lot of pressure from society to perform. Then you get married, and it's hard to continue performing. So, yeah, and you know, there's that risk of getting stabbed or cut in some way if you don't perform. So, yeah, so that's why we're here. You know, if only you could, scale and improve performance by just throwing more servers at it. So we're very careful, you know, to avoid the pitfalls, and sometimes we get a good deal, and we get there, and it's magical. You know, and she's happy, you're happy. You get a good deal, good discount on the house. And then it's a great day, despite the house burning down. She's happy, and you can sleep well. And that pretty much, I think, wraps it up.
Hello, Velocity. My name is Mark. I work at Switchfly. I actually thought this was going to be karaoke, so I thought I was going to sing. But I sing in a death metal band, and we don't sing songs about flowers. So it's a lot more guttural, a lot more screaming. Kind of like how the pollen emanates from a flower when it's trying to mate with another flower, because that's a very visceral experience. That pollen has to fly out there, be carried by the wind, come into another flower, and that's the only way flowers can mate. Now, this flower obviously has been wanting to mate for a long time. You know, it is, I don't know, there's some moisture that's, I mean, this slide's self-explanatory. This guy he's a lot drier. He's obviously been pollinating quite a few flowers. Doesn't have any problem. You know, the sun is shining gloriously on him. His generations are passed on. There's actually a flower in the middle here, and it's just has no sun on it, so it's completely dark. That could be some sort of trait, you know, natural selection.
So I'm Mike Rombetti, and I do not know how to do karaoke Ignite. That's been proven for the last 2 years. I've bombed horribly. My eyes look like this when I get off stage. So I'm here to tell you how to bomb Ignite too. First step, you need Andrew Schaefer. Thanks, Andrew, for all the slides that totally mess us up. Second, I hate this kid. He's been in here 3 years in a row. Every year I've gotten him. But that leads me to point number 2. I actually remember this because I didn't visit the goddamn bar. So don't go to the bar before you get up on stage unless you want to make an ass out of yourself, much like Theo. Well, anyhow, so that leads me to point 2. 3, I can't even count, right? You're going to get up here and you're going to get nervous and you're going to look at something like this, who you know Theo, and he does act like a Viking at times, or this guy, and you're not going to know what to say. So you're going to go, what? Oh, crap. And then you're going to start swearing. So I suggest swears like, oh, coconuts, shiitake mushrooms, and finally, last but not least, Andrew Schaefer. It could be used as a swear. But last but not least, when you're finally getting to the end of your slides, you still don't know what the hell to say. It's really embarrassing. You're looking at things, and all you want it to do is be over.